Today I am discussing about a modern technology, a watch like no other. As you can see on the computer screen, 3D printers have been around for the general public for quite some time now, and creations of 3D printed objects of all kinds are flowing and flooding on the internet. On the other hand, one hasn't been very successful, the watch. I don't know if it's because it is no longer appeal to anyone because smartphones are here to tell the time of it due to 3D printing limits. So a little change and challenge, I am starting to design a 3D printed watch. It's sure that I will buy a movement, the glass, the screws and the crown. The rest will be 3D print. Supplies. As you can see on the computer screen, step 1 for designing. I have been using a little drawing software for a quite few years. I bought a license years ago because free industrial design softwares were not available and not very advanced. Today anyone who wants to draw has all kind of free options and doesn't need to run and ruin himself to draw. They do not their job really well. Step 2 for 3D printer. I am equipped with an. Here too the choice is vast. The only constant I recommend is to have the direct drive. This means that the filament is driven as close as possible to the extruder, so there are no longer PTF tube between the filament driver and the extrusion part. Step 3, the watch strap. As the watch strap will be printed with the flexible material, it is important that the drive motor of this filament is done by as closer to the extrusion, otherwise there will be a fluctuations in materials flow because the filament can twist in the PDF tube. This does not mean that it doesn't work, but there were maybe large irregulations and irregularities in the printing of the watch strap, and therefore the chances of achieving the precisely drawn geometries will be compromised. Step 4, choice of plastic material. The choice of plastic material of the watch strap is TPU with a hardness of 82 shows A. As you can see on the computer screen, the elastic properties of this plastic are excellent. It can stretch by 700% while regaining its original shape and strength. Step 5, important. Insertion of the middle. This is very important because the insertion of the middle in the system, as you can see on the computer screen, is very clear and it is very easy to use because the case middle of the central part is the house movement. With the PLA it will be forced in the central part of the watch strap. For this TPU it is not necessary to put the heating bed surface, but in order to avoid having the refills of the ultra base bed under the surface of the watch strap, is decided to here that it will be a 60% the extrusion temperature and the 235 speed. The rectangular central part of the watch strap must have a good rigidity so it will not deform when the branches of the strap could be easy. The grooved shape in the contact in which skin will also serve as an important.